Hi, welcome to another edition of We Are at War, and we're talking about spiritual warfare, understanding spiritual warfare in the culture that we live in. In this particular session, as we kind of look at spiritual warfare, I would remind you that we've been kind of asking a question and then answering that question. So the questions are kind of common questions, or kind of broad questions that allow us to kind of do a little bit deeper dive to get a feel for the topic and understanding the war that we're a part of. And so the question that we'll deal with today are, what are the names given to Satan in the Bible? Because if you read through the Bible and you were to underline the name for Satan, you might want to consider these nicknames, if you will, for Satan. You'll discover a lot about him. And so what I'm saying to you is that if you look at the names that are used for Satan, and I'll call them nicknames again, those nicknames for Satan reveal a lot about his character. And so here's a summary list for those of you who are now kind of thinking through, what are the names I know of that are used for Satan in the Bible? 1 Peter chapter 5 says Satan is our adversary. Revelation chapter 12 verse 10 says he is the accuser of our brethren. 2 Corinthians 11:14 says he is an angel of light. Revelation 12:9 just calls Satan the deceiver. Revelation 9:11 calls Satan the destroyer. John 17:15 calls Satan the evil one. John 8:44 calls Satan a liar. John 8:44 also calls Satan a murderer. Ephesians 2:2 uses this phrase, the prince of the power of the air. Satan is called the ruler of this world, in John 12:31, John 14:30, John 16:11. He is called the serpent in Genesis chapter 3. He's also called the serpent again in Revelation 20 verse 2. Interesting how we begin with the serpent, we end with the serpent. And in Matthew 4, he calls him a tempter. I share those with you to simply say that the Bible describes Satan and the work of Satan in many ways, and we can understand a little bit more about Satan by those nicknames. All of them, and I'll repeat this one more time, all of them remind us with an exclamation point that Satan is our enemy. And so yes, we are at war. And we have an enemy who the Bible very clearly defines that we need to be aware of so that we might fight effectively. I'll join you next time as we continue our series together.